taking a break can sometimes be really the best thing for a relationship. Because if you were with somebody that you thought you had a great relationship in a lot of ways, but something was nagging at you or bothering you, or sometimes it does take to lose something to recognize what it really means to you. I keep hearing more and more often of people that were together for a while and then they broke up for, even like a year or 2 years or a year and a half, right? And went and dated other people, but they still had this affinity for the previous relationship. Perception is reality, and sometimes your perception just needs to be changed, right? Sometimes by taking a break and being with somebody else, you can get a different perspective on something, to really work on some issues and get a different perspective. If you're currently in a relationship that, there's so much love and there's commonality and there's a lot that's really good about the relationship, but you're just not happy, take a break. And I know that sounds like a scary thing, and I've talked to people that have been like, oh, but if they move on with somebody else, like I can't ever go back to that relationship. It's like, why not? Right? They were with people before they knew you, I assume, right? Take your ego out of it. Like Dr. Phil is famous for saying, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Right? Like life is the pursuit of happiness. So let go of all those preconceived notions that it's got to be this way or it's got to be that way. Be honest with yourself. And if you're missing your ex and there's so much that was good about that and you're just not sure, starting over might be really a good thing. Nothing changes if nothing changes is one of my favorite expressions. If you go back and it's exactly the same as it was, it's just going to fail again. But if you've now both had a chance to step back and maybe move on, and you kind of would like to come back together, you need to start over with a new beginning. You need to let go of past resentments and things that went on in the past, which you cannot change and you cannot undo, and just start over, right? Start from where you are today and look forward, and hopefully it has a different ending this time. Taking a break sometimes is exactly what your relationship needed. Coming back with a different perception and a different time, because timing is certainly everything. A lot of times you meet the right person at the wrong time, but that doesn't mean that, a year or so later, it couldn't be the right time. And I see that happen very, very frequently in my coaching. People tell me about that all the time. If you're going through a breakup, don't wait for that person. Clients have said, we're like one person breaks up and says, I just need to be by myself for a while, right? And then your natural reaction is well, how long's a while, right? If that's what your partner's been saying, let them have that space. That space away from you might be exactly what they need to really fully recognize what they had with you. So take care of yourself, move on like you're done. But then if another point in time you're in a different place and you want to try again, start over, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. You can't just fall back into what you had before. Make this a new beginning and start over. And I promise you, it probably could be the best relationship that you've ever had, because you have a different perspective now. I'm Donna Barnes. I hope I was able to help you. If I did, I hope you'll click one of the links down here and either like or share, or click the PayPal link to show me some support so that I can keep making videos for you. No pressure, not necessary. Or if you need personal coaching, click the link up here and sign up for private coaching with me.